Cold fogging using hypochlorous acid. Here you can see in use an ultra-low volume cold fogger, which is dispersing the hypochlorous acid solution. This is a very specialized piece of equipment. It can disperse the hypochlorous acid at a minimum of 5 microns and up to 50 microns. So it's very fine in droplets. You see that it's actually a technique behind fogging. Luke here from the Yoda Health and Environmental Solutions teams is pointing the nozzle upwards towards the ceiling, targeting the perimeter and then eventually all areas of the ceiling to allow the solution to dissipate across the surface. So just allow it to drop and sink into the surface. So Luke's doing that right here. He sets the micron nozzle at approximately anywhere between 5 to 10 microns so that the hypochlorous acid solution does not drench the surfaces. We tend to use hypochlorous acid with the cold fogger because wiping down surfaces can be quite a cumbersome task. So instead, the fogger speeds up the process. Here Luke is now targeting areas that are high risk, where the risk of cross-contamination is higher on the surfaces. So he's now directly targeting the surfaces. So here he's targeting the dumbbells, the benches, where human contact is very high. In other industries such as the dental industry, we would cold fog the ceiling and clean the air there. And then we'll target the dental chair. Other areas that we target are keyboards, light switches, and any other areas where human contact is very high and the risk of cross-contamination is equally very high. Cold fogging can also be applied outside as well on furniture. So it can be used for indoor applications, outdoor applications. The reasons for using an ultra-low volume cold fogger as opposed to a heated fogger is that it retains the purity of the hypochlorous acid solution. If you were to use a heated fogger, it could compromise the effectiveness of the hypochlorous acid solution, making it more acidic, and essentially we want to retain a neutral pH of the hypochlorous acid solution. Because when the pH is negatively charged, that's more bleach, and bleach and pathogens tend to repel each other. But because hypochlorous acid is more on the acidic side of the neutrality along the pH spectrum, we want to achieve a pH of 5. Because if you were to look at a pathogen and if you were to look at the hypochlorous acid solution, the hypochlorous acid solution consumes the pathogen, controls it a lot better and much more effective than that of bleach. The reason why bleach and pathogens tend to repel each other is because both are negatively charged. Similar sort of principle as a negatively charged magnet repelling itself. So what is the relevance of chlorine concentration? Well, this is measured by parts per million, better known as ppm. The lower the ppm is better suited for use by mammals. So in the veterinary industry, vets can use it on animals for wound treatment. It can also be used on humans for wound treatment, eye treatment. We also use it in the dental sector for cleaning of the canals in root canal treatment. So 200 parts per million is good for human and animal use, as well as if you want to sanitize an area. However, if you want to really take up the ppm to say 500 ppm, it's great for disinfecting the surfaces and controlling the pathogens a lot better. But there is a slight risk, and that risk is corrosivity. So for daily use, we suggest going up to 200 parts per million chlorine concentration, and a couple of times a month going up to 500 parts per million chlorine concentration. The higher the ppm, it is more drier on the skin of a human or an animal. But the higher you go, say 500 parts per million and above, say up to even 1,000 parts per million, chlorine concentration is better suited to other applications such as cleaning the lines of water tanks, where it can strip down the biofilm and even algae on surfaces, and also cleaning swimming pools. For the avoidance of doubt in your cleaning process, we have a device called the BactiScan, which is far more powerful and effective than white light or UV light. Essentially, what BactiScan does is illuminate an entire surface to show up any contaminants or pathogens on those surfaces. Why BactiScan is different is because it can detect the live or even dead protein capsids or the protein shells of the bacteria. So once the bacteria has been identified, this will help the cleaning process, and there the cleaner can go back with a cloth and provide a thorough clean using hypochlorous acid, which can also be used for mopping the floor. We would also recommend using regular cleaning products, but going over those areas cleaned using the hypochlorous acid solution to control the exposure of pathogens. For more information on the most innovative detection, cleaning, and decontamination solutions, please visit our website www.yodahes.com or contact us by email inquiries@yodahes.com or on any of the numbers listed below. Thank you.